Proteins, carbohydrates, fats. With so many different dietary regimes out there, it is easy to lose sight of the most fundamental aspects of your diet. But which quantities of these essential macronutrients should you consume? And which foods should you get them from? And how should you go about planning your meals? If you find yourself asking any of these questions, then the Frowner has some tips that may help you to refocus on the basics. Meal prep can seem like a lot of work, and you may have some doubts about whether the effort is worth it. But once you get into a routine, you will discover that it is not really as hard as you first thought, and can save you a lot of time. At the start, it is not a bad idea to keep it simple, but with time, you will become more and more confident in trying out new variations. No matter what diet you follow, there are so many different options. Even a simple salad along with your meal can make a difference. One idea could be to try garnishing it with a few nuts and kernels. It is not necessarily a bad thing to take the odd day of indulgence. Taking this day may help prevent you from falling back into bad habits throughout the rest of the week. And when this day comes around, it can be a welcome release. If there are some foodstuffs which you wish to cut out of your diet, you should be aware that the most important factor is your attitude. By changing the way that you think, it will no longer be so difficult to forego certain things. Try to find a simple strategy which takes into account your personal circumstances. Did you know that our brain consists of 60% fat? That is why it is important to be on the lookout for so-called good fats. Some examples are nuts and oily fish, which contain particularly large quantities of omega-3 fatty acids. When it comes to carbohydrates, the recommendable varieties are those which contain as many nutrients as possible. It is possible to combine a low-carb diet with a vegan one. If you have a high level of insulin resistance, meaning that your body does not respond to a low-fat diet, then you will likely benefit significantly from a low-carb diet. But note that it is even possible to improve your level of insulin resistance with healthy carbohydrates and a nutritious vegan diet. Here are some valuable sources of carbohydrates that you may wish to try. 1. Pulses. Studies have shown that people who have the longest life expectancy, such as people from Okinawa, Japan, and some Mediterranean regions, eat significant quantities of pulses. These include lentils and peas. 2. Quinoa. Like lentils, quinoa is a great source of amino acids. 3. Vegetables. 4. Fruit. 5. Groats. 6. Oats. 7. Whole grain bread. 8. Sourdough bread. 9. Brown rice or wild rice. It is best to consume foods such as white noodles, potatoes, rice, white bread, and fries in moderation or forgo them completely. When it comes to protein intake, experts recommend 1 gram of protein daily per kilogram of body weight. It is not always as easy as you might think to get the protein intake which you require. If you find yourself struggling to do this, protein shakes can be a great help. You could try to consume a few high-quality shakes per week, which can even be vegan. These shakes are very effective in providing the body with nutrients. All this talk of essential nutrients can seem intimidating, but balance is what really matters. Here at the Frowner, we wish to encourage you to experiment with both the tips offered here and any which you might come across yourself. We hope that the suggestions contained in the article below will provide you with some more inspiration.